We are approaching a record temperature today. It's that time of year when we start to think about shedding the winter wear, hitting the backyard, or maybe even the beach. But after a long winter of hiding under layers of clothing, sometimes it can feel like there are a few less than perfect parts in summer shape. So we've asked Jari Love to come to the rescue with a 4-part summer body series. Each week we focus on a different part, and legs. Legs today, Jari. Welcome. Yes. Along with Renee and Sean, who are going to be demoing some stuff. Okay, so let's talk about just in general getting ready for this time of year.
Right.
Do people tend to pack on the pounds a little bit during the winter?
Oh yeah, because you're not going outside doing a lot of the activity. So now's the time, and if you want to get a beach body ready, let's get started and get you in shape within 4 to 6 weeks. We can do it.
We can?
We can do it.
What's a realistic goal, I suppose, in that period of time?
You know what? The average person, if they stay consistently with the workouts, can lose 10 pounds in 1 month.
And consistency to you is?
Well, 5 days a week of cardio,
okay.
You know, most days of the week,
yeah.
At least 30 minutes, and then doing weights or you know, rip classes 3 days a week.
Okay, but the end can be inside. If you can think a month ahead, and that's a lot of weight to lose.
Yeah, well, 10 pounds is on average. Renee had lost 42 pounds in about 12 weeks. But she was really, really determined to get the weight off. It's always the mind over matter and setting those goals. Anything's achievable if you believe in it.
And by the way, we have a before and after picture of Renee. Renee, so tell me about getting on this regime before we get to the leg exercises. Did you just put your mind to it and you just stuck to it and that's what happened?
I just decided what I was going to do. I told my husband about it. He was unbelievably supportive. And just went for it.
Accountability is huge, right? When you say something out loud, it kind of changes the way you think.
It's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
You get measured at the beginning, you get measured at the end. People are watching you throughout the whole process.
Okay, well, we're going to watch you work on your legs, Jari. Do you want to start with Sean or you want to start with Renee?
I'll start with Sean.
Okay.
Because a lot of times when people want to get beach body ready, too much too soon, you run the risk of getting injured. So whenever I'm training clients, whether it's in our boot camp or personal training, I have them do the squats on a bench.
Okay.
The reason being is it really focuses on keeping the weight back, and if you're at home, you can just do this one at home, just sitting down and standing up. He's got a great 90-degree flexion. The knees aren't going over the toes, which often we see in the gym, and I'm literally pulling out the chair and having beginners do the squats on the chair. The other thing too that people need to realize is that you want to go to the next progression because your body adapts with exercise as little as 20 workouts. So the next progression, I would say, Sean, okay, great, you've succeeded. Now we want you to try it with dumbbells, and we want you to do it on your own. So he would go down and up, and again, keeping the back neutral and keeping the knees behind the toe. That's the #1 thing that people need to remember. Okay. The other thing too, when we're demonstrating this in a rip class, we tell clients, if your toes come up, you're doing it right because you've got your weight focused on the back of the heels. If the heels come up, that means you've got too much flexion at the knee joint. Okay. It's very damaging for the knees.
And if Sean was doing this, how many reps would he do?
This is the secret. In our rip class, we do 100 reps. 100 reps. You want to go for the pump and the burn to get the results. So I'm not one that says, oh, you have to do 12 to 15 and that's going to be your whole regime because your body adapts.
Okay, and this will get you nice and lean. Thank you, Sean. And Renee, we want to see, Renee's on a step here, so what are we going to do?
Yeah, this is, she's going to do pulse squat, so this would be the 3rd progression. So a lot of lactic acid in the legs, The substrate utilizes carbohydrates, and a lot of us love carbs. The problem is we don't burn them. This will burn a lot of carbs. Then what we do is we say, Renee, great job. Now we're going to take it to the next progression. And she's going to do what's called a tick-tock. So she's overloading on that one quad.
Yes.
And then coming up and then doing it again. And her leg is that extra weight on that and the microphone too.
Okay, fantastic. Yes, we're going to get that mic out of the way. Now, links to Jari and everything Jari does, including boot camps and ripped classes.
Yes.
On our website, breakfasttelevision.ca. And Jari's going to come back next week. Biceps and triceps.
Oh yeah, get rid of the bat wings.
Can we get rid of this?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, that's my special request for next week. All right, Jari, we'll be back getting us ready for the beach.